What's up? Happy Friday. Welcome to another episode of Unspoken Truth Podcast. I am your host, Denise. Tonight's episode, I feel like, is a candid conversation. We're going to talk about the loss of a child. My guest is a good friend of mine. Her name is Aisha. I'm hoping that this episode can help a lot of people who have lost a child, people who feel like they the only one, people that don't have a support system, just somebody that they can relate to that understand what they're going through as far as a parent losing a child. So I'm gonna get her on in the box. Make sure y'all chime in. Let's go. All right, boo.
Hi,
Hey.
everybody. I look all fresh, I have bushy tail, happy.
Well, hey, listen, man. This I said before I put you in the box. I feel like it's a very candid conversation. This is not a typical topic or conversation that I've had on my show. I want to first say just thank you for giving me like the honor to have you on the show, for you to trust me with your story, because that speaks volumes to me that I can't even put into words to explain to other people why I enjoy doing this so much, because people trust me. And I think that we live in a world where trust is a hidden factor for a lot of people. So the fact that you actually said, you know what, I'm ready to talk about it. We've been friends for some years at this point.
20
Um,
plus.
I love your son just as much as I love my own children. So let's just jump right into it. I guess the first thing I want to find out is just a little background on you as a mother, a little bit of your story, before we kind of talk about Devon, your son.
Okay.
So, like, we met Medina County. It's
I
been
think when I met you, I was one baby in. I only had Joe. I hadn't even had Divine yet. That's why I say it's
yeah,
20 plus years
yeah,
because Joe will
okay,
be 24 this year. So this 20 plus years.
yeah, that
Well,
makes
I
sense.
wasn't even thought of when I met you.
Mm.
Like
And
that.
so,
That's how
phew,
far back it go.
man, okay,
So,
all right.
so yes,
So,
I
I
can say
guess
we
I
know in
I just
Modesto.
want to know, like, what was life like leading up to that? Because I don't want to just tell bits and pieces of your story, because this is your
Okay.
truth. But I
Um,
want to kind of tap into different things that occurred leading up to everything. Like,
to my
what was life like for you as a parent every day? Because you had two sons
yeah.
at the time.
Mhm.
Um, what kind of life was you living prior to everything being turned upside down?
Um, this you know what? After after my child passed away, it was weird because it's like I worked backwards. Just thinking when I say work backwards.
Mm,
Like as I'm going backwards because I want to think about what mistakes did I make? What happened? So I had
mm,
a chance. And I know a lot of people don't like COVID. COVID had its plus and its negative. For me, COVID was a blessing because I had to be alone for so long. During this process, I got to reintroduce myself to myself. So I got to
mm.
revisit my life.
Yeah.
In the revisit of my life, I did see a lot of different things. Like I always worked hard. And then my younger years, I'm not gonna sit here. I am not that person where I'm about to be like, oh, I was this perfect person and I didn't do no wrong. No, I did fucked up shit. I
Mhm.
did. We were young. Everybody's been 18, 19, and 20. We've done things. We've
Yeah.
experienced life. At that age, at 18, I had my first child. Fresh
Mm.
18 with a brand new baby. So yeah, it was like by
And
any
that's
means,
scary. I don't think a lot of people actually realize how scary that is when you
it's super
young
scary because
and you have a child and you like, wow, this
yeah.
kid
I
is.
was like, now let me clear this up. No, me and my mother did not have the best relationship growing up. We
Okay.
didn't. I did not know her like how a mother or a daughter should know their mother. I didn't know
Mhm.
her due to drugs. lifestyle choices. You feel me?
Yeah.
So growing up and then becoming a mother.
Oh shoot, what happened?
There you
I'm
go.
sorry. I don't know what
Me
happened.
growing up and then becoming a basically a teen parent. Like all I had was my grandmother, and she grew up old school.
Mm-hmm.
You ask first, you ask questions later. That's how. That's how we was.
I'm
You know what I'm
telling you.
saying? And
Yeah.
we wasn't singling out ass whoopings. Everybody in there got an ass whooping. It was a
Yep.
universal ass whooping.
Mm-hmm.
So if whoever did it, they got it, and everybody else took.
See, my grandmother was like that too. I know if I get everybody, I'm gonna get the right one,
Mm-hmm.
despite if they actually acknowledge
Right,
or actually tell it.
right.
She didn't care. She asked the question one time.
And that was
Whoever
it.
didn't speak up, line up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that
So
was
I could
it.
definitely relate
Now,
to that.
man, you when I was a kid, I hated that shit. But as an adult, I learned to love and appreciate everything my grandmother did for me. No, we did not have the best upbringing, but we had the true definition of family and love. And I
Mm,
think that made us the richest of the richest. Like we was richer than the millionaires and billionaires at that time because we had what nobody else in the world had, in my opinion. Like we really
mm,
had family values and we really knew what it was to really love your family. It did not matter. My grandmother
mhm.
made sure of that.
Structure.
Yeah.
I think a
So
lot
that's
of
how it
black
was.
families lack that. They
And
lack
that's how it
structure.
was coming up. Like, so it was just like, it was like, I can honestly say, like, it was a lot of things that I missed out on because how my grandmother was raised. My grandmother was a senior citizen raising fucking teenagers. It was different for her. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then it's so, and at this time, I appreciate that because I know how to sit down, be
Mm,
still, read a book, chill out. So I
mhm,
appreciated everything she instilled into me because I also was able to instill those certain things into my boys.
mhm.
Family, structure, love. We may not have all the money in the world, but I got all the love in the world to give y'all.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's okay. Like we can build from here. We can go from there. I just gotta
Mhm.
make sure this unit know that we unified and it's us.
Yeah.
So that's and like I say, when I was younger, I've done it all. I was the stripper girl. I sold drugs. You name it, I did it. Because I'm gonna take care of
Mhm,
my kids by any means necessary. But
mhm.
like I said, that comes from the mentality of the 90s, early 2000s. Get some
Whew.
money. Because this all I saw.
Yeah,
Grandmother
yeah,
going to work, but every single day I walk out this door and I'm watching all my friends and everybody else getting some money.
yeah.
I
Mhm.
picked up a hustle. I know I don't want to be a prostitute. I'm a terrible stripper girl because I don't want to take my clothes off. I'm too busy. I'm body shaming myself because I'm too skinny
Mhm,
and I'm too small and I look like a kid.
mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I always was asked, "Hey, where's your parents at?" I am the parent. I just look like kids.
Oh, now we gonna forever get that. I
Yeah,
don't
like
care how old we
I
get.
am the
No,
parent. Like I just look
nobody
like a kid
believes
to
that
them. I have my
because
ID. Like that, they my kids.
hey, I don't go nowhere without my ID
Right.
because I
So
know that I still look like a kid in the face. I'm sitting here looking at my reflection as we speaking, and I'm like,
okay, we sit
"You
together.
about 12 or 13? Like, girl, what you
Gotcha.
talking about?
Gotcha.
40 where? Like,
Right,
but
42 where? And I get that
blessings
offset.
though. Is
So
blessings and favor. I
yeah,
tell people, hey, I may not have got the hips and the butt and the thighs and the chest, but I feel like I got the
baby.
youthfulness, and so I take
Uh-uh.
what God gave me.
I got personality to make up for everything I'm lacking. Trust me. 'Cause in my
Yes,
mind, I'm 7 feet tall, baby, and I ain't nothing but fat one. Okay.
right.
So but but I have a big personality.
Yeah.
That's me. So and like I said, that was life for me growing up. I grew up with my kids. So
Yeah.
ultimately, my kids was my best friends. Like these is
Mm.
my best friends in the whole wide world. I wouldn't get that up for nothing.
So now speak on that a little bit because we listen to people say, you
Oh no,
know,
it's a different. I ain't your goddamn friend. See, it's a different.
mm.
Let
That's
me.
exactly where I was about. Yeah, you knew where I was about to go with it. Like
Okay, so listen. My youngest son, case in point. He gave me hell from the day he was born to the day he left here, baby. He was a hard labor coming in.
Mm-hmm.
We had to work on that. See, because my son a lot of me. But then in the same token, I got somebody calling me too. I got a teacher calling. I got a parent calling. Because see, my son little like me, and you not about to play with me. We ain't about to do that. I'm going to defend myself at all costs. Don't try me. See, a lot of people take that off as mean, but see, one thing we got established across the board, you ain't going to play with me either, though. Now is you. You're going to watch how you come to me, ain't you? See, and my son was like that too. See, he going to establish his dominance off top. And baby, they got him in trouble because he had his own mind. He didn't have no problem with telling you what he thought.
Oh,
Baby,
personality.
he didn't though.
Outspoken.
And it was like he would, but see, he can reciprocate it too, because see, that child can take it.
Yeah.
He can take it.
Whoa. And that's very rare for young people to be able to take what they
See, if he dish it to you, he can take that same criticism back. So it was kind of hard. Like I had to get him comfortable. When I say that was my best friend, I mean best friend is communication. Yeah. See, because we talk every single day about everything in the world. Can't nobody tell me about my son. Neither one of them. You can't surprise me, baby, because they told me already.
They don't know about
hurtful. Like I tell them, however, anything I can ever tell a parent, however hurtful, whatever your child tell you, take it, baby. Take it. See, because you don't want nobody else to sit up and be able to tell you about your child.
Oh my goodness!
You be sitting there looking like, who is this person you talking about? I don't even know this dude. Like this ain't I don't know him.
Even with you though,
because I don't know him. Like, see, that's
even with you, you know, my son will come to you all the time, and I will be aggravated. Hold on, because I'm your mother, and I thought we was better than that.
And see, and that's how I be.
What I had to learn is we think
he don't want to hurt you, baby. He don't want to hurt you.
We think we know them though, until we actually take the time to get to know them.
When they turn about 15, that's when they become new people. They discover at 15 on up. I don't care what nobody in the world say. That child has the conscious mind and a conscious decision to do whatever they want to do. You are not holding their hand anymore. At 15, they are in high school. They have their own life. So therefore, when that child leave, your whole little precipice of what you got going on, your structure, your program, you at your job or wherever it is you're doing. I don't knock nobody. But what you're doing is sitting there praying, God, please let whatever I taught this child stick. God, please watch over my baby. Let him or her make good decisions. See, because you teach your kids this in the beginning. Yeah. You also teach your children to trust you, right? Yeah. This right here, this word right here, trust. People got that misunderstood. You have to earn that even from your children. You still got to earn it from your children. You can't assume that that's a God-given birthright. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. No.
Because it's not. It's not for any of us.
You have to earn that even from your babies. So that was something I knew and something I established very young in them. So for anybody in the world to ever think that my son did something that I did not know about, you're wrong. I know the good, the bad, and the fucking awful ugly. And it was horrible.
I mean, because you should love your child no matter what.
I mean, I love them, but don't think I condoned it. No, I went crazy.
No, I think that's a misconception.
Like, oh my God, Divine, like, why would you do this? Like, are you insane? Are you out your mind? See, I am also that mother. See, he also knew I'm going to call the police on him. I'm going to take him to the motherfucking jail. I sure am. I'm going to call for help. See, because while everybody sit back and judge me, guess where my son is at right now? My baby is sitting on my fucking desk. Right now. I would give anything in the world for them to have just arrested him one of the times I took him. See, because if they would have kept my baby,
do you feel like that would have played a major part in changing some of the decisions that he was making
Mm-hmm.
if
Mm-hmm.
they had
Mm-hmm.
entertained the thought of
Mm-hmm.
possibly locking him up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Because
So
I
okay,
know
because
where his mental was at January 2nd, 2020 at 10 a.m. I know where my son's mentals was at. See, because we have been on the phone since 7 a.m.
mm.
FaceTime and talking, bullshit. So I know
And
where his
so
mentals was
now
at.
that you talking about this day, because that was gonna be one of my next questions. How has losing your son changed the way you live your day-to-day life? Because I think it's important for the audience and other parents to hear you say the different
It,
emotions
it,
and
it,
levels
it
it is to it.
devastated me. I experienced every emotion at one time. Like still can't. Like 4 years down the road, and I still can't explain how that feel. It's devastating though. It's like my heart just like it's a piece of my heart that it died off. It just don't beat no more. That's
Mhm.
how I feel. Like I just got just literally a portion of my heart that just it's just dead muscle there now. Like it don't do nothing. I'm
Mhm.
just I had to get out. I had to get out the mindset that I'm just living. I'm just here.
Mhm.
Cause I see for the first 2 years I lied to myself. Like I cry. I cry now. I cry every day because I miss my baby.
Mhm.
I get so upset when I see people, kids that's around the same age, like they doing things with their lives or and it's not upset, it's just I'm hurt because I can't experience that with him. Like I
Mhm.
can say I know where my baby's mentals was at. I know what he wanted to do. He was trying to change his life. And as
Mhm.
bad as it hurted me to tell my son, you can, just because you want to change your life and you want to live right now, it's it's dharma and it's karma.
Mm.
So
Have
you put
mercy.
out good dharma. You put out good dharma all the time because you're trying to make up for some of that bad karma that's coming back your way.
Mm.
But your
Yep.
karma can't never manifest nor make up for this karma that you put out here. See, because only
Mm.
God know what you didn't really did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
For me to see my baby working as hard as he was to change his life around right there at the end, I know he was trying hard to make up for some real bad shit he did.
Mhm.
You can't escape that. You have to
No.
face her for everything you did. And that
Mm.
go back on us. Like I think about that like maybe some of my karma or the fuck shit I did,
Mm.
maybe that maybe
That's
that's
the
my
that's the
karma
guilt.
back. Yeah, that
That's
shit
the
ate
guilt.
me up
And
for
we've
a
had
long
this
time.
conversation so many times.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I've had it with
I
my
don't think
therapist.
it's
I've had
ever
it
gonna
with
get
you.
easy, man.
It don't because I really still sit back and I think about that shit. Like, damn, man. Like, what if that really was what that was? Like, and if that's what that was, then who gonna get my baby's karma?
Oh God.
You know what I'm saying? Because my son only has 17 short years on this planet. That's it, just 17 of them. Like, I know everything he didn't do was right, but guess what? To know divine is to love divine. Like if my son said he loved you, and if he told you that you was family to him, he meant that. He took that to heart. Because
Mm.
like I said, I raised my children on a different set of values and morals. I gave them what my grandmother gave me. What my grandmother gave me came from deep down south. My grandma and them
Mm.
from Mississippi, baby. We got different shit.
Yeah.
So that right there, I instilled that into my boys. And by me instilling them into my boys, that different type of morals and values and love and things like that, it's like there's no other. Like I say, like I've never come across anybody that's ever said they know my son or they was friends with my son and it wasn't genuine love and it wasn't like he would go out his way to do things for people that he says his family. Like he wanted to be the grown man so bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if he
A
felt like he
very
was,
loving, kind soul, though.
mm-hmm.
For those who did not have the opportunity, because my daughter was just infatuated with him. She just had this thing for him since they first met outside and was playing. She said,
And that, you
he
know what?
is.
And it's people like your babies, my nephews. I watch my own oldest child go through it. Like I think that bothered me more than anything to see these
Yeah,
babies go through it. Like I know how I feel. That was my baby. You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah,
days that I don't want to get out the bed. I don't want to wash my butt. I don't want to brush my teeth. I don't want to do nothing. I have to call upon God to get me up out of here.
yeah,
So
yes, yes,
for
yes.
these babies that do not know how to process, and I have to correct my train of thought with that as well, because it's like my nephew hit me with a conversation a couple nights ago, like, and I had to, it fucked me up a little bit. Like they so numb to death, like this ain't
Yes,
normal.
it's scary, man. It's
And that's what
scary.
I told her. I say, man, I say on some for real stuff, bro. I say that scared me. That comment you just made just scared me. Like it sent chills through my whole body to know that you numb to it. Like you so used to your friends dying. Like when I was their age, bro, like I had only lost two friends, one to leukemia and my homeboy Jay, RIP. He ran away and locked himself in the garage and had the car running to stay warm overnight.
Jeremy.
Yeah,
Oh my God, that was my first fucking boyfriend, Aisha.
yeah.
Swear to God on everything I
He
love.
he grew up in the hood with us.
Oh my God, we used to go to the Coliseum and everything together.
Yeah.
That was my
You
boyfriend.
feel me? So now you think
This
back then,
is a
like
very fucking
we
small
don't
world, man.
we didn't know nobody that was just getting murdered every day.
Yeah.
That wasn't our normal. So I'm not numb to something like this. Only my grandparents and uncles
But
died
see, I'm
when
gonna
I was
tell you
young.
what got these kids to that point. And I can speak on it because I'm watching it now with my own son. It's the TV, it's the music,
It's
it's these
everything.
video
It's
games,
everything. And I
it's
can
the
100%
people.
like the music, like even with divine music, like I used to tell him, everybody don't want to hear that shoot 'em up bang bang music. Like make some for other people, other genres. Like you can't always talk about robbing and killing.
Well, wait a minute, because we gonna get to that because we have to talk about how amazing he was with this music stuff because you didn't set up so much stuff since his passing. We gonna get to that in a second. But what
Mhm.
are some of the thoughts that you battle with since his death? Because I have a cousin and I hope she's tuned in tonight.
Mine is more
Um,
so. I battle with depression a lot since his passing. Like I didn't before his death, I didn't know what depression was. I'm not
mm,
even gonna lie to you. Like I can give you the book definition of depression, but me per se, I never knew what it was. I never been through nothing like that. Like regardless to my fucked up upbringing, childhood, you know what I'm saying? Like hell,
yeah,
my daddy passed in a house by himself not too long ago. I ain't never met this man.
right.
You see what I'm
Mm,
saying? Like that crushed my soul. Like damn, I was robbed of opportunity.
yeah.
So, but it's I
Mm.
mean it's a lot of
And
crazy
I ain't
stuff.
gonna lie, that's the same thing that she say because we talk often. Me and you talk often, but me and this particular
I mean, the
cousin talk.
depression is something different, like especially for people that's never been through it. That's naturally happy people. Like I'm a
Yeah,
naturally happy person,
yeah,
so it's like to go through depression now. It's hard. It's real hard because I feel like nobody understands. Nobody
yeah.
understands what I go
And I
through.
promise that's exactly what
At
she said
4
to me
o'clock in the
also.
morning when I'm sitting in here crying uncontrollably because I still have my days. I have a lot of days when I'm up at 4 a.m. crying uncontrollably. I ain't got nobody I can call. I ain't got nobody. It's just me and this bitch. This why I can get it off my chest so freely now. See, because I cried so much. I didn't cry the river, baby. I done cried a river, flowed down it and everything, and then came back when I cried some more. I I just
This
I
is gonna be a forever thing.
it is.
And
It
I
is.
just want
And
people to
I'm forever trying
understand
to
like
figure out like
it's no expiration on grief.
it's not, but
Okay.
it's just like I feel like this definitely shortened up my life. Definitely.
Mm.
Due to the
Oh.
stress, due to the depression, due to the fact that
Mm.
I really feel like my heart beat differently. Like I just feel like this have shortened. Instead of me living to be at 80, 90 years old, like, yeah, like I'm being realistic.
Mm.
Like, baby, I
And
smoked
that hurts
2
me to
packs of
hear that.
cigarettes a day for a whole year. From
Mm.
2020 to 2021, I smoked 2 packs of cigarettes a day for a whole year. Like I'm not even about to sit here. I hate people that sit there and act like, oh no, I'm gonna have a for a fucking ever. No, bitch, I did some crazy shit after my son passed away. I stayed up for days like that. That do stuff to your body.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I'm wearing my body down. Like I'm
Yeah.
working myself literally. We just talked about this the other day. Like the way I work. I
Yeah.
work and stay busy. I stay busy because I don't want to think about this shit. If I don't have nothing to do,
Mm.
I just sit here and I think and I think and I think. I'm a thinker anyways. So I deep dive think. And then I end up in the dark place. And it's hard
Yeah.
to get me out of the dark place because see, guess what? I'm in this dark place and don't nobody even know how to relate to me. You ain't
Mm.
lost no baby. Ain't nobody did this shit to your son. You don't have to see what I had to see.
Yeah. And thank you for saying that because unfortunately, I know more people than I like to acknowledge that understand, that can relate, that have actually lost a child. And when you on the outside looking in,
It's
it's
easy for you to judge and
heartbreaking
be like, I'm
to
sorry.
just sit back and watch people just
Fall apart. I'm gonna get
going
some good
through it.
advice. I'm
Just
gonna give it to anybody that's tuned in, that's logged in, that's listening, watching, whatever. Man, just hug that person. That's what
yeah,
they want. They want you to hug them. They want you to hold them.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
that. That's all. All that other
yeah.
shit talking about how we doing, bitch. I want to die with my baby. That's how I'm doing.
Mm.
That's how I'm doing. That's how I feel.
Oh, that just
Stop asking people
I
shit.
couldn't imagine, man. I could, and I think that society has created this narrative where people think that they can say whatever they want to say. You know, we talked about this last year, and that's part of the reason why you stayed off of social media for a while
Yeah.
because people was saying things that was literally making your grieving process extremely hard. Um,
I'm about
and
to say.
I don't want to believe that it was intentional. Um, but
You
some
over here.
people just they get something a rise out of
I said,
um
Jackie.
they get a rise out of watching people suffer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or go through stuff. You know, I don't my heart don't want to believe that people is intentionally saying or doing stuff. But when you told me that, and then I had another conversation with my cousin, and she started talking about just the stuff intentionally that people have been doing to her since her son was murdered. And then I thought, okay, maybe I'm being naive. Okay. I'm giving too much credit to people, and maybe their intentions is to try to hurt, but I'm a
Girl,
firm
everybody
believer that
listen here.
hurt people.
Yes, they
So
do.
so
Everybody
again,
don't everybody
what's
don't
your
have
problem as to why you think it's okay to inflict some pain on somebody? Would be my only question. Because at the end of the day, everybody going through something. Just because you're going through something does not give you the green light to be a shitty person. So, it's perspective, I think, at this point with life. And that's just probably because we at a certain age. I don't think that we was equipped to think the way we think now.
no.
Back then, it wasn't gonna work.
Because
It
guess
wasn't
what?
gonna work. Mm-mm.
Everybody meant to learn their life experiences.
Yeah,
Period. Everybody meant to learn their life experiences. So hey babe.
yeah.
If I knew what I knew now back then, Lord Jesus, I don't think I'll be alive right now. Like that's the point. We're not meant to know everything.
No.
You
And
need
I
to
think we
learn.
put a lot of pressure on ourselves to know a certain amount of stuff by a certain time. And we not in control of the timing or the seasons in which we learn whatever it is we gonna learn or need to learn. We not in control. We think we are. It sound good. I think it makes us feel better about the choices that we making, but we not in control. And I think that's the first step to accepting who really in control in this life, because
Right,
it's not us. We
right.
think it is, but it's not us. Um, I because I wanna add certain things, but then I also want to keep in mind that this is still an open investigation, right? For to a
Yes.
homicide, correct?
Yes.
So
So
I
it's like, I
want to
mean,
be
it's,
careful about the certain things
yeah,
that
I'm
I
gonna say
say.
for legal issues and
Yeah,
certain things
so it's a lot of stuff
that
that I really cannot ask. For instance, if there has been any arrests
no,
or charges brought against anybody.
can't speak on that.
Okay. Um, you talked about JoJo, your other son.
Mhm.
How has the passing of his brother affected him
Oh,
over the last 4 years? Because I'm not, I don't want to make it seem as though we leaving anybody out,
yeah,
because
no, we not leaving
this
him out.
impacts the entire bloodline.
For my
But
oldest son, for him, I literally watched him. He fought, like not physically fought, but he fought to stay above water. You know what I'm saying? Like
mm,
that crushed his soul just due to the history with my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like it
yeah,
was a long patch of time that they really didn't get to see each other. So it was
mm,
like, they only had each other for a few years, and it's just like, damn, my brother got took from me.
mm,
Then for him, it was real dramatic because his brother died. Then 3 months later, his grandfather died. His grandfather played the surrogate father role. Like he jumped
mm,
the daddy.
yeah,
So like that really hurt him. Then
mm,
not too long ago, recently, this past 2023, his grandmother passed. His grandmother and his uncle died on the same day.
oh my,
Yeah,
that's
so
a
it's
lot.
like it's
Yeah,
just it's just been a lot for him, and he taking major hits. You know what I'm saying? Like key
yeah,
players in his life. So that like it's like this right now is just like I don't. A lot of people like, dang, you so strong going through this. Like I don't have time to be weak. I don't got time to be weak.
and let's talk about that,
My
because
son's
just
struggling.
being strong, because it's to me, I don't feel like that's a compliment.
It's not. It's not.
It's just my opinion, but I don't think it's a compliment, and here's why. Because to
I don't
me,
like it.
in order for somebody to see if I'm strong or my strength, is them actually seeing how much shit I can take. And that's why I don't believe it's a compliment. So I don't like when people say that to me. And they be like,
I'm saying I
well,
get
why
a
are you
lot.
so
I don't
offensive?
get.
I
I'm
said,
saying I don't get offended by it. I mean, I let people say what they say. Like again, that's why I took a step back from social media, like I did. Like I let
mm,
people say and feel however they want about me. You can't, baby, you can't walk in these shoes not one day, not
huh,
one day. You couldn't take the pressure. You will fold. You would have folded 4 years ago.
mhm,
So I let people just let them say and do whatever they want. It don't bother me. Like it's literally water off a duck to me. Like seriously, it rolls right off. I don't let it
yeah,
affect
because
my
if you
life.
choose to entertain everything, that you just adding it
Girl,
on, you just
I would, and not
piling it
even
on,
that.
you
It's
just
like at the end of the day, I have to realize like I'm still dealing with my own mental issues.
mm-hmm,
So if I let what social media say, some people that don't even, you don't come through these doors, you don't have to live this life. So if I let what you say and do bother me, baby, you rented too much space in my head for one.
for free. And that we ain't doing that. We ain't doing letting nobody rent nothing in our heads for free.
That part.
Yeah.
You can you go pick my nephew up? I'm here. I'm about to send you this address. Man, I
Um,
love look, come jump in here, bestie. This is my handsome
Honest.
best friend. Duck down so we can see your face. This is my
Hi,
handsome best friend.
bestie. How you doing?
This
Doing
young
good.
man, I think he is the same age as one of my kids. I met him
Okay.
at my current job. First day
Okay.
there. Love this guy right here. Like, love him, love him, love him. Total sweetheart. But he is about to go pick up my train wreck of a nephew so I can continue my interview.
Okay. Thank you, bestie.
And he is the best. You don't even understand.
I think who because
Yeah, it's
okay,
right
so this
behind
is 4 years later,
you. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Um,
January 2nd, 2020. What year is this?
this 24.
Yeah,
So
this
this
second.
is 4 years later, right?
That's the closet. You want in the closet? Yeah. Today is 4 years later. Actually, he will be having a birthday coming up really soon.
Bond day, and we
Yes,
do
May
it every
28th.
year.
Well, this year I won't be doing anything because I'm currently gonna have surgery on my foot.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna say I'll be up around the 14th or the 17th or something like that. One of his bestest friends, Mayana, love her to death with her crazy self. She is getting ready to move out of state. So she's having a going
Wow.
away party. And baby, this girl done been in
I
all
gotta
kinds.
get her on my show because she doing some dope stuff too
Yeah, I'm
on
gonna say,
the
she in
chef
all the
side, on the acting
movies. She
side.
got a cookbook coming out. She done went
She,
completely
I
vegan.
follow her. See,
Yeah, I'm
my
gonna say shout
kids,
out to my baby Mayana.
right.
I'm pretty sure everybody know this girl. She is super popular. She is doing, like I say, big things. Extremely proud of her. And that's just as far as all his close circle of god sisters, brothers, friends. I'm gonna say because he got Maury. She popping on the hair, been popping on the hair for the
Mm,
longest. I'm gonna say
right.
shout out Maury Hendricks. That's her Instagram handle. He got his brother Joey. That's another one of his brothers, Joey. He got his music going insane. And to be crazy about it, like only reason why Joey doing music is because Vine pushed him into it. Like this boy
Mhm.
seen the potential in his friends.
Yeah.
So he
And
pushed him.
so let's talk about that because he was so talented, man.
Yeah.
The things that he could do
Bam.
inside of a studio, outside of a studio, beats and all kind of stuff. He was going places. Tell us a little bit more about the music. Do you feel like that was a vessel that he was using in order to get the
Ooh,
things he
girl.
was feeling in his mental out? Because a lot of times people use music to kind of speak for them, the things that they feeling or going through. Because he did some bomb. I mean, I play his stuff all the time. I
Yeah, I'm gonna say his
listen to his
music
music
is
all the
so weird
time.
because it take people to really know him. Like this, how I can tell who know him or who don't know him.
Right.
If you really know him, you know my baby stutters so bad. He stutters so bad. So when he was younger, like no bullshit, when he was younger, this is how we communicated. Like he would be through the house singing, rapping, whatever. Like he went through a Michael Jackson phase. Like it was just he, like you say, he did it all, but we had to use that for communication. Like he stuttered
Mhm.
real bad. Like that he get that from his parents. I mean his parents, I am his parents, from his father's side. Like his dad and all of them over there, they stutter.
Okay. Mm. But he didn't use that as an excuse to stop him from actually moving forward with the talent and gift that God
No,
gave
he that right there, that was I think that was the catapult into music. Like no,
him.
he didn't let that stop him. That he used that as his reason why he could continue doing it. Like I say,
Mhm.
if you know him, you understand. Like he used to irritate people with it. Like it's a neighbor on Wayside, her name Lenny. Her son Foodie. I can't wait till he come home. When I say he got some of the dopest shit, man, I can't wait till he come home. I mean fire. But them
Mhm.
two, best friends, grew up with each other. They used to be over her house. She used to put them out her house every day. Down in her
Cause she
basement,
got tired of them making beats
singing,
and
girl,
making
rapping songs, singing Michael Jackson, all kind. Like I said, they from little kids, they was best friends. So yeah, he used to drive them crazy. Like, oh my God, I should get them out my house. They coming over there. Like, y'all go play football. Go on the field to play football. I'm not about to be bothered with this shit.
And look how far it took him with him like, all right, y'all gonna put me out. Y'all don't want to hear it, but I'm gonna still keep on doing it. Um, I
So,
think I was told like you created a foundation for him.
oh,
Is that right? What are you doing as far as
so
nonprofit or
for his nonprofit, I'm currently in the process of working at, like, I got a million things going on.
okay?
So I'm gonna say right now, I had to stop a lot of different things because I have to focus on my health. Like right now,
Mhm.
I'm beating myself down so bad that, like I said, I got to have surgery. So I'm doing that, but it's the Young Bonds house. Well, Bonds house.
Mhm.
And what we ultimately we gonna do is we gonna provide a safe haven for, I don't want to say runaways, but I mean youth. You have sex
Mhm.
trafficking victims out here. That can be young women and or young men. Oh, it can be a, my bad. This twine crazy self texting me. But yeah, it's just providing a safe haven for these kids. You
Well,
know what I'm
let's do
saying?
it.
Because my
I'm,
whole thing be,
I'm game because that sounds right along the lines of I wanted to start a nonprofit organization for just misplaced kids, whether your parents is deceased or in prison or
yeah,
on
whatever the case
drugs.
may be, like dealing with
They
this.
don't have no resources. They don't have a community. They don't have, like you said, a safe haven.
No,
So
no,
yeah,
like they have nowhere to talk to, nowhere
yeah.
to nothing.
And
Like
I want to provide both mental health resources, clothing, job opportunities, um,
that's exactly what
trades and
I would say.
different
That's exactly
skills.
what this was all set up to do. As far
Yep.
as that went with the
Let's do it. Let me know what you need help with. Let's do it. I think it would be amazing
yeah, I would say
to
that's pretty
actually
much what it
put
was.
it together. Yeah.
I did get into far as researching information that we need for, like what you need to get it up and going. Like you do have to offer some type of mental health counseling
Mhm.
there. Like
Well,
I
shoot,
actually,
let's be clear. That need to be offered off the bat,
yeah.
especially in our communities, because
I mean,
we've,
it's a
we've
stigma
been
on that
told that if we
anyway.
seek help, then that's what makes us crazy. No, no.
Yeah.
It's when you don't go get the help.
The help.
It's
That's what
when
makes it
something
crazy.
is not right. So
Right.
we have to reprogram the things that we've been taught because a lot of stuff has been told to us obviously played a role in us choosing not to use these resources. We're not going to say they're not available because they are. But when you've been conditioned or programmed or told, like, no, that's not what we do.
Right.
You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
almost sticks. So then that becomes your belief. It's not until you decide, like, hold up. I know I was told that, but that don't necessarily align with me. I think
Right.
that's when you set yourself free from all the things that was taught to you
Right.
because we essentially need to go through those things that was taught to us and figure out if they actually can apply in our life. Forget who told it to us or how we found out. Does it work for you in
Right.
your life?
That does it work?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Because
I
what
mean,
worked for
it's
me
like
may not work for you.
I thought about like even up there, like, and that would be dope. Like we can get together and do something because I know like this the situation with the Jane Hunter building up there. Like
Mm.
that's not keep
Ooh,
tiptoeing around.
yeah, we gonna
But
we gonna talk about that on a whole nother show.
yeah, but
Cause
I was just saying like
oh,
this, even those kids there, like you have kids that leave there and they will sleep in bus shelters. They will ride the trains all night or they ride the buses all night. Or then you got these ones that's like I say, they doing things, but you don't understand why they doing the things they doing. You got the
yeah,
one guy that stole a car, but he stole a car because he been sleeping on the ground for 2-3 days straight. So now he can stole a car so he can sleep in the back seat. It be
mm,
little things like that. Like I want to be able to provide a safe space where
food
this
for
kid can
sure.
come in and he can feel comfortable. He can come take a shower. He can
Yeah,
he can change his underwear. He can get a
yeah.
hot meal. You know what I'm saying? You
Mm-hmm.
can talk to
Yeah.
somebody and find out some resources, or you can, you know what I'm saying? Like that's gonna have to be a requirement for you to come in and get this hot meal in this shower. You're gonna have to
Yeah.
talk to this counselor. You're gonna have to get with a
Yep.
mentor. You know, you're gonna have to
Mm-hmm.
come up with a plan. Like I don't mind you coming here and doing these things, but I'm gonna need you to have something to move forward to be a little focused because living on the streets ain't it, baby. I'm tired of seeing these every single day.
Man, oh man.
Every day I see it on the Cleveland Remembrance page. I'm tired of seeing these babies losing their lives unnecessarily. You got innocent children that don't got nothing to do with this war that's going on outside with these crazy ass teenagers with these guns losing their lives.
Yeah. And I
Like,
think
come
it's because they've been conditioned and brainwashed so much because my
they got
son
that crazy. You got
is
that
a
crazy
gamer.
music that's telling you shoot them up, bang bang, gang bang.
Yeah.
It's a lifestyle. Like that's what these kids want to do now. Like, and it's
Well,
sad.
they don't know that that's what the music industry was built off of, to directly influence us straight to the penitentiary. You see what I'm saying? But
But this
they
these
all they
people,
looking at is the jewelry and the money and the
yeah,
cars and the
that's what
houses
I'm
and the
saying. But
cars and all.
if you go back to original hip hop, they was them men and women. They was first off, them men was talking about the lifestyles they was living.
Yeah,
They was talking about what they was really going through. They was talking about how to get out of poverty. We talking
yeah,
about early MCs with EPMD and stuff like that. Rum
yeah.
DMC, Jam, you know what I'm saying? Jam Master Jay and all of those ones. You got your Queen Latifahs. Man, come on, baby. She coming up
But
with
we
rap
ain't got
songs
that
about
no more.
unity.
We
Like,
ain't got that no
but that
more.
was the origination of hip hop. That's
Yeah.
where it all started at. That's when it was real. These
Hmm.
boys now, they not talking about real life. They not this not what the life they live in.
No, it's a fantasy world.
Yeah, it's a video game to
Fantasy
them.
world. Yeah, it's a fantasy world that they have created. I also realize that a lot of people create fantasy worlds for themselves due to trauma in their life because they would rather pretend to be somebody else versus them walk and stand and live in their own truth. You
Right,
know, if this is who you are, this is who you are. I
right.
think we done got so far off of the Richter scale with being nosy, like too nosy about people's personal dealings. Okay, for
But see,
example,
this is the
I
thing.
work with I
It
work
ain't
with
even
you.
about people being nosy. They believe everything that's on social media, baby. This is the gospel right here. You got more
Okay,
people
we
that
got
believe
Star
in
about to pop in. Okay,
who
all
popping
right,
in.
Sharonda.
Hey,
Let me
Shar.
hear what you got to say. Okay. Hey, sis.
Hey,
Hey, boo.
hey, each.
So we was just talking about. Okay, go ahead. She said she got a question.
I'm listening. I got a question. So, Isha, because I don't
Yes,
think
baby.
I ever asked you this question, and we family. So, how do you cope? Like, how do you cope every day? What makes you get up and move about your day with losing your child? Because I'm struggling and just trying to keep busy with just losing my mother. So losing your child, how do you move, get about your day? What can you give to some others that lost their child? Some kind of ease at trying to grieve or try to move on, after, the death of your
After that,
child.
well, I mean, I never move on. You don't move on. You don't get over it. It don't get better. That's a lie. It's a bold faced lie.
Mm. Ooh,
What
I
I
can't
do
stand when
is,
people say that. Ooh, I
well,
cannot
I
stand it.
learned. I had to, like I said, I had to relearn myself. Like I've been a mama so long, I don't know me. So I had to relearn
Mm.
myself. And
I
as
can
far as
relate to
me
that.
getting up and going every day, man, I give all credit to God. I, I
Mm-hmm.
I beg God. I cry to God. I ask Him. I talk to Him. You got to establish you a real good relationship to God. You can't just say you got one. No, you got to call upon Him, baby. Fall to your knees, bust them open.
Mm-hmm.
I have sore knees a plenty of times from hitting the ground. Like yes, like baby, God, through the grace of God, this is how I get up and how I do this every day.
Okay.
Like Sharonda, is not gonna be easy days. Like you're not gonna have a good day every day. Some days
Mm-hmm.
it's just gonna be so fucking unbearable. God damn it, just it's okay to not be okay. And I tell this to all
Yes.
people. It is so okay to not be okay. And if somebody asking you how you doing, and at that moment you're not okay, say that.
I'm
I'm
not
not
okay.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
trying to
not
deal with this. I'm trying to walk with God right now. Like I'm
Right.
trying to breathe. I'm trying to be in the moment. Like sometimes you
okay.
like it took me a minute to understand when they be like, well, you gotta do it minute by minute and hour by hour. And maybe sometimes you really do gotta do this shit moment by moment.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like sometimes you really do. And if you gotta pray yourself through it, pray through it.
Yeah.
Whew.
Like
And
it's a lot of days I'm driving and I'm praying and I'm asking God, God, please just get me through. Just get me through. Just get me
Mm-hmm.
through.
yeah, that's what I do every day. I do, pray because, it's him. It's him that's
Yeah.
leading. But it's like you know, they they don't understand like me moving about. Like you said, you'll never forget, you'll never get over it, you'll never move on. So
Mm-mm.
my way of just I think about her every day, 24
And
hours,
you supposed to. You
stay busy.
supposed to.
I gotta stay busy. And then
Sharonda, you doing that's what I'm saying. Listen, I'm telling you now because I got somebody telling me what we doing is not right. What we doing
Mm-mm.
is not right, baby.
I know.
We can't work ourselves to the point we ain't no good for nobody else. We like
Yeah.
to help people. Guess what? We like to help people. We the helpers.
Yeah.
Okay.
I asked this
You
question
know,
one time before. I say, who helped the helpers when we need help?
amen.
Who do
Mm.
that? See, because y'all want us to help you mentally and spiritually, and you want us to help God, y'all. But guess what? We at the point in our lives, us as God's helpers, we need help. So who help us?
Mm-hmm. Because the
Yeah.
strong one need help
Right.
too.
Yeah. So it's just
Yeah.
like, so now it's just like, like they always say, you gotta pick yourself up by the bootstraps. Yes, that's what we doing right now, baby. We learning how to pick ourselves up by the bootstraps. You gotta find out what prayers work for you. Like that,
Right.
what you find out which ones to give you the most strength you need throughout the day. When
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, and please believe it's okay, like to cry all the way
Yeah.
to work, cry in the shower, cry at the table. You cry
And
while
it's
you
okay.
praying. You let that up out you. You don't carry that with you like that. You let that out,
Mm-hmm.
and it's okay because you miss your love when you miss your mother. You supposed
It's
to.
still fresh. It's still fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So
Well, I'm gonna
it's
tell you, this year be
it's still
15
fresh.
years since I lost my dad. When you talk about it not going away, it don't. It
It
don't.
don't.
And it could be a song on the radio, it could be a show on the TV, it could be a certain smell that come across your nose. And it
Yeah.
grief is, I tell people, it come in waves.
Yeah.
You could be okay one minute and the next minute you not. And it's okay.
And
Just
you know it's
allow
for me.
yourself to break a little bit.
It's TV shows for me. It's TV
Oh,
shows. It's the TV shows. Like
Yes.
I be finding myself crying at the like I tried one time. Like okay, you know what? Real people on real TV shows. This is breaking me down. I'm about to watch cartoons from here on out, baby. The cartoons got me boohooing.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can't even watch the cartoons now. So it's like like it's just different. Like we say, it come in waves. Like even the
You're right.
situation with my father, like that's so hurtful to me. Like I never thought in a million years I would cry over this man, and I find myself in my feelings about this man.
Because it's your inner child. We all have an inner child that still needs certain stuff from us as an adult. And when we
Yeah.
don't acknowledge whatever it is they need, because they still a part of us, we can't be whole as a person until we provide needs for both our inner child and ourselves as an adult. Because it have to be a balance across. Some people would choose to only work on their adult version of their life and ignore the inner child. But that inner child is still going to be tapping on your shoulder like, hey, man, I'm going through it right now.
Right.
What? what you gonna do? Like, is you gonna help me or you gonna forget about me like everybody else?
Right.
For example, I have abandonment issues. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm gonna sign up for that one. Let me get a little bit of that too. Pour some of that in my cup because I'm
yeah,
overfloweth with
yeah,
abandonment issues.
yeah.
You know?
And so I've noticed how much it has played a role in a lot of the choices I make, a lot of the anxiety I feel, a lot of the fears I have are deeply rooted in that. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, well, shoot, if that person who I never thought would do it did it, then why in the hell would I trust you
Right.
with or wait for you to do it? I'm gone. And it has forced me to leave a lot of situations because
So
I'm gonna leave you before you leave me.
now
You
this
see what I'm
right. I'm saying that's real abandonment issues. Sharonda.
Yeah.
So and even this to you as well. So as far as mental health wise, like where are you ladies at with seeking help with mental health issues, especially you, Sharonda?
Well, I've been in therapy at Signature Health for 4 years myself. I put my own self in therapy the beginning of the pandemic.
Okay.
Myself, my kids, as long as they was under 18, I signed everybody up, the whole house.
Okay.
Because
Now,
I felt like I had allowed my traumas to play such a significant role in my parenting that I owed my kids just as much help as I knew I needed. You know what I'm saying?
guess what?
And so,
That's the God's honest truth. It definitely did. Like we all put some of that type of shit into all our kids just because we had mental health issues having children.
well, and it's hard when you're trying to raise kids while you're trying to learn and deal with your own mess. It's
Yeah.
hard. And a lot of people is not talking about that. Especially us mothers. We not talking about all the stuff that we have to go through
Yeah,
on
because
a
watch this. Hold on. Sharonda,
Huh?
have you seen any counseling or therapy?
Oh yeah, I get we have like through our job, they have like G's at work. So counselors come to the school, we get our time with them, and that's how I talk. And then when I go to doc, if I feel like things is crunching more for me,
Mm-hmm.
then I'm able to, go to my doctor and get that referral. I'm not there yet, but the woman that comes to the school and talks to me, and sometimes she just comes to look for me to check on me to make sure that I'm okay that day.
Mm-hmm.
That makes me feel good about myself because I don't get that every day all the time, or how I feel I should get it from certain people, or
Mm-hmm.
like I was telling Denise, like when and I told Jamila, because they both my best friends, my sisters. I said, y'all really don't understand when I really need y'all. Y'all wasn't there like I wanted y'all to be there because y'all don't understand. But you got it. I was that person because until them shoes was filled, I didn't know how somebody felt. When they lost somebody like a child or your mother.
Right.
I do not wish that on nobody. That feeling is so horrible. I just came from a coworker's funeral, and her kids crying for her set me back a little bit into thinking about my mother. And I'm like, oh my God. And I had to leave out of the church because it felt like it took me back to that day. Mm-hmm. So you just have to learn coping mechanisms, and I do have the support because I open my mouth to let them know, although this ain't happened to you, this is where I need you to be with me. Mm-hmm. Just to understand me and what I was. So that's working.
I will speak for myself. I think that last year was just rough for all of us.
Right. I'm gonna say,
I will say,
Tracy,
for me personally,
last year too. So it was just like
we
both
was talking prior to you jumping in, Shar, and we was just talking about the numbness, because it's not just these kids that feel like that. I felt like that plenty of times, especially after last year. No, I have not lost my mom, I have lost my dad, but I also lost a nephew and a best friend last year. So for me, those things was new for me. I think that the best friend part kind of made me like fall back a little bit because I couldn't accept what was happening. I think it's hard to show up for somebody and you don't know how. You know what I mean? So like, for example, when she's saying like she needed us to show up at a certain time, I think that I was just so numb from what I had already been through prior to that I couldn't show up the way that she probably wanted me to. But I also feel like sometimes people show up with a whole bunch of mouth, and really all a person need is your presence. So what I realized in that loss for her is, hey, I don't have to say nothing to her. I just show up and she tell me where she need me at for that day, and I just do it. There is not much of a conversation. It's more so of, this is what I know she need right now. So my personal feelings don't matter at this time. My job is to show up for her, because in my mind it's like, well, one day I'm going to walk on the same path. So I need to make sure that the people who've already walked this path before me, that I care about, that I show up for them. Because in the end, if I don't, who about to show up for me? And so I think it's perspective. It's almost like a self-sabotaging, because it's like you waiting for your turn so you can see how it feel. Because that's really the only way you gonna ever know it.
I swear it seems like people do be like that though. Like they be
For
like,
real. Like,
you know, you got people that be clout
and I don't
chasing.
think it's
You be like,
intentional.
you be people that's grievance tracers. Like they be
Yeah.
all for the shit. Like they be looking for it. Like, what is wrong with you people? Like y'all are insane.
And like me and Mila had a conversation. So I told her, like, hey, where you can't fit in or show up at, I got you. You know, because when you friends, as long as we done been friends, we not keeping track on who did what and how much they did or none of that. We ain't never been them type of friends. But I'm just saying, when she said like, this is too much for me, Tanise, because her grandmother had just died like maybe 2 or 3 months prior to Nene passing. And I said, okay, well, if you can't, I will. Don't worry about it. You be okay knowing that at least one of the two showed up. And that's better than nobody showing up. Letting life beat us to the point where neither one of us show up, then that's when I'm gonna feel like less of a friend, less of a sister, less of a support system. You know what I'm
Let me
saying?
tell you
Because
something. This I know both of y'all some others. Y'all want to know why? Sharonda.
she said, why?
Oh, I'm about to tell you why. One, because at the worstest day of my life, it's y'all kids that I remember.
Mm.
And that's real shit. It's literally y'all kids. I got a group of kids. Like I got one more parent. I got two more parents that should be up here. Like it's y'all kids, like for real, that I remember out of the worst moment of my entire life.
And that's because they wasn't gonna let us not show up.
It's your kids that's still here to this day.
Yeah.
Cause they not gonna let Devon's name ever be forgotten. His life, the things he done, the contributions in the short period of time that he was here, they not gonna. My son got his picture thumb tacked to the wall. And dare you to touch it or say anything to him about it or any of that, he will flip out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Diamond got his music streaming and her movies.
I mean, my daughter literally went and got his name tattooed on her neck. She said, Mama, Devon ain't gonna never be forgotten.
I know he got music in a few movies.
Right. So speaking of his music, like what's happening with that? Like what are you doing to kind of make sure that people can actually hear? some of his music?
He always, I'm gonna say he got all kind of music on YouTube. You can just look him up on YouTube. He got streamings on Apple Music, like he on all streaming sites. Young Vine.
Okay. And how can they find him on YouTube?
Just type in Young Vine.
Young Vine. Okay.
It's actually, you know what? I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. It is several guys out there that goes by that handle. Sadly, on my behalf, I did not pay for the name. I did not know how to pay for my son's name. It's his name.
Yeah.
Like it's his name. So it's on his birth certificate. I've been owned it. So
And
I didn't. So I didn't. I mean,
Yeah.
that was a sad slip up on my side. But so no, I did not trademark his stage name. His legal name will actually be trademarked very soon here. But yeah, you can find, like I said, you can find him on YouTube under Young Vine. You can any one of his songs, different levels or something like that. Just type in one of his songs and then everything will come up. Like you actually see his playlist that he built. You can always follow him on Instagram _ Young Vine. I'm gonna say I still have access and control that page. His Facebook I didn't get into.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say if you get a weird Facebook request with him on it, it is not him. His Instagram is youngvine._. But yeah, I'm gonna say he always got different type of music up on there as well as other artists. You know what I'm saying, that I deal with.
My favorite song is These Streets Don't Show No Love.
Yeah, I'm gonna say actually you can just type that in on YouTube. You can pull up a whole album, Show No Love.
Yep, that's my favorite song.
I'm gonna say he made all kind of visuals. I'm gonna say it's also links to videos in his Instagram bio.
Movie, that's the first song you hear.
Yeah, she's talking about Diamond's movie. That's the first song you hear. And it is.
Show No Love.
Yep. And it is.
Oh, yeah.
But shoot, my kid's been walking around
to see her movie premiere, so I'm definitely gonna have to go pay somewhere and stream it or something.
It's gonna be on Tubi.
I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry, boo, but you know,
it's gonna be on Tubi.
Working.
So, but that's okay. Okay, one last question. We're gonna close it out. What do you want other parents to know? If they have been dealt the same fate, what are some things that you want them to know? Because I feel like, as far as my
don't back up off the police. Don't make them make you feel intimidated, like you can't make them do their job. Like right now, no, unfortunately, my situation, due to several mistakes made on behalf of Cleveland police. So, but like I say, for any parent that's an unfortunate situation like mine's, get you a teenager, because thank God for my smart niece. Like she kept everything. Like, so she got into his Instagram. That's how I was able to gain access to his page. Okay. And it's not like try to make it to the point where you don't have to be in this position. Talk to your kids. Find out what the fuck they got going on in these streets. Intervene. Don't feel like the bad guy because you got to call the police on their ass. Wouldn't you rather know he got a date coming home than burying his ass and never seeing him again?
Yeah.
Or putting him on your fucking desk? Like, that's a whole lot better than what I got to go through. Like, be preventive. Try not to be here. If your kid is talented somewhere, support that talent. They want to be a goddamn social media mogul superstar, and start buying them backdrops. He want to do he want to do podcasts, support that. They want to be barbers, support that.
Throw that away.
Like, whatever these kids want to do, like, get behind your kids. They interested in music, get them to a studio. It's studios all over the city of Cleveland. When I tell you my son got music all over the fucking city, it's crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, find out what your kids is interested in. Try to save them before you get to this point.
That's why I said that.
It should never be to the point where your kid just don't want to talk to you at all. Like, you can't know nothing about their life. Like, when you get to that point, Like, I ain't even gonna lie. You better kick into full blown FBI mode. So
Mm-hmm.
what, they mad at you? So
Yep.
what? You are their parent. They're supposed to be mad at you at some point in their life. You're supposed to fucking so
And
guts.
they will get over it. It's a temporary emotion and feeling. They will get over it, just like we get over a whole lot of stuff.
Like
It's okay.
you're like, it's like they took the power away from everything. Like, y'all so scared of your kids. So fuck them.
Woo!
Fuck them. Get
Woo!
out.
If that ain't what was talked about on last week's episode, and,
Like,
and
stop
if,
being
if
scared of your
somebody tried
kids.
to contest me on that, I don't
No,
believe that's
stop
what
being
I said. I
scared of
don't care.
kids.
I
Be
don't care
too
what you
nosy.
believe. It's what I see
Because
every
guess
day.
what? If
You
my
ain't
either
got to
one of my
believe
kids
or
was right
not.
here right now to tell you, baby, I
Yeah.
searched rooms, I went through
Man,
phones,
my
book
kids never had
bags,
no privacy.
hid
I'm going through
mattresses,
drawers, phones, closets, up under your bed, between
took the
your
door
mattress and
off,
box spring,
crazy shit.
book bags, lockers. I'm going through it all because who told you that you supposed to have a lock on anything?
I'm just nosy. I want to know what it is.
Yeah,
You
I
can have
mean,
a
I'm
lock. Look,
I'm
you can have a
nosy
lock,
too.
but now my nosy ass want to know what's so private that's got to be locked up. What is
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Look, what
Because
is
somehow they think they doing something that we ain't never done.
it?
So that's the part that I meant by saying, who do you think you is to be locking something up? No. Let's have a conversation about what's going on.
Let me see.
Because who knows, you
Damn.
might be into something that I'm into too. Now we could have been get here and sat down, had a conversation, and been doing something together with this particular thing you into.
Yeah.
But if you don't share, I'm 1,000% behind you with the sharing part. When
But
you
see, hold
don't
on.
share,
But that
these
goes
kids
with
need to start
but
sharing with their parents too.
Denise, that goes with trust too. You
Yeah.
want your kid to trust you with some fucking information, but you gonna run back and tell it to your cousin or to your sister, or you gonna call the grandma. Like, I'm not about to trust you with shit, you snitch. Like, you just told everybody.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
my kid, he told me the fucked up shit, but girlfriend, he told me after it was well done and over with, and they didn't get away with the riches. Like, yeah, I was privy to it, but I wasn't privy to it till after the fact, and it was like down the line, and I'm pissed.
And
It wasn't
that,
like
well,
he was
that's usually
telling me
how they do it.
crimes. Like, hey, mom, I'm about to go rob these niggas. No, he told me about it like after it was done and over with, or the nigga then found out who he was and then called me like, your son didn't stole him. I was like, oh my god. I used to get all kind of fucking phone calls.
Yeah. I'm glad that is slowed down a little bit, because you used to be calling me all the time like, hey, where my boy at? Like, cause I don't like nothing that I'm hearing.
Yeah, like I used
And
to hear
that's
all
why I've
kinds of stuff
always told my kids, be on your best behavior.
because you don't know
Because
who
you don't know who out here that know me or know your family or whatever.
and they
And
calling.
that's all it really take. That's all it really take is one person to be seen, for you to be seen by them. And now my phone or my DM or somebody in the family phone ringing because you out here acting a fool.
Kids is like, I'd be like, these kids is crazy. I'm
Yeah,
scared. I'm scared of y'all. Don't even whoop your kids though, bro. Yo, you scared of your kids. You
that
like
soft ass parenting. Y'all better let that shit go.
like,
Y'all
oh
better
my god.
let it
Listen
go.
here. I remember one time, man. Listen. This story was so funny because my mother, she referred back to this shit so often because this is the first time she ever seen my son act out. Now, man, I done had to kick the my ass several times. Like, so it's nothing new to me. When this nigga tried to play crazy, I slapped the shit out of him with his boot. Now he got big feet. Man, took that Timberland and slapped him straight upside his goddamn head with that motherfucker. You ain't going to, we in this bitch wrestling. My mother going crazy, like, oh my God. Like, no, fuck her, oh my God. This little nigga is nuts.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you going to jail because
Definitely
you want to
start
fight
selling
your mom.
herself.
Man, listen here. He was so mad because Jackie called the police. She called. I said, you mad at me? I said, Jackie the one to call the police on you. I'm fighting you. How am I call the police on you? He was pissed.
He was mad he ain't get the last hit.
That was the thing. Like, he wasn't hit me though. He was trying to hold me. I'm fucking him up. I'm hitting him with everything. Like I'm serious. I was like, I will kill you, little boy, in this goddamn house. Quit playing with me. You acting all the way crazy.
I think all of us that said that to a kid once or twice, or probably 50 times over their life. I will take you up out of here. I wrong you here.
I
Why
don't.
don't you just say you ready to meet your maker so I can make that a reality for
I
you?
don't
Cause
care how much I fuss at a fucking kid. Like them motherfuckers already know. Like my weak ass is gonna go for the shits. They will eventually talk me into whatever bullshit they had intended on going on. Now I'm gonna be mad as fuck and cuss they ass out all the way there.
but
Unless
look,
I'm
but
just
they
super,
still got it off though,
sleepy.
didn't
Yeah,
they?
I'm just super sleepy, and I'm just not going. Like fuck that. I'll make an alternative. I'm not fucking with you, nigga.
Hi. Okay, boo. I hope that this episode helped a lot of people, man. And that we could continue the conversation, maybe at a later date or a different topic. But
I mean, you
thank,
know what? We can do
thank
a
you
different
again,
topic.
man, for
Like
being
we can,
vulnerable. Like,
hold on. We can do it again on a comedy. You know, y'all listen here. For the people that really know me, y'all know I'm really funny. One, two. I told y'all once I got my shit together, I was gonna make a whole comedy show
okay.
out of that whole situation because it was so much funny shit that went on after the fact. It was like the moment was so devastating. Like, do not get me wrong. The moment was devastating, but it was like it was so many funny moments. Like I had to go back on like after he passed away, like a month or two later, Jackie got a crazy ass bill from Lyft from her credit card. Like this nigga has spent like damn near $250 on lifts. She
Oh,
was mad as fuck. She called
oh
me
my
like,
God.
"You owe me motherfucking money, bitch. This nigga spent $250 on my fucking credit card." I'm like, "Who are you talking about? Like, who are you talking about?" I know because I know. First off, I know you're not talking about Devon. He been gone for like 2 months now. Like, what are you talking about? You got to be talking about Joe. Like, you gave Joe your credit card information? No, baby. Devon ass ran that bill up like had me weak. Then man, it was this restaurant. I can't Sub City or some shit like that. I think it was called or whatever the little restaurant is right there at the top of Wayside. I can't.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I think that was Sub City or some shit like that because they had the city rolls with the city sauce. Man,
Yeah.
Devon used to love eating up there, but he had me call my credit card information in so I could pay for the food. Man, one day the
Mm.
lady wanted to play crazy, man. He done flipped out, went crazy in the motherfucking store. Man, they got my credit card and phone number information. Like, why the fuck would you do this, nigga? So you know they called. Like, you know they called. So I had talked to I guess the manager of that store or whatnot, but after that, we didn't have no more issues. They just kept my card on file.
So he wouldn't wild out.
Yeah, so he won't go crazy. Because he like, we do this every motherfucking day. What the fuck you mean? Was I saying go pick up Twine? No, he right here. My friend DJ went to go get him. Like, what the fuck you mean? Like, you out your goddamn mind. That's my mama. So why you gotta turn that off?
Oh.
Girl, she
Can
walked
you
in watching.
show the picture of Devon that's on your wall?
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
Hey y'all.
This
how you
is
doing?
by this kid. Well, he a grown man now. His name is Ivy. He
Okay.
from Cleveland. This is from Devon's birthday party. His 18th birthday party. That was his first birthday. That was the first day we was all off COVID lockdowns. That's the day the Black Lives Matters riot started. It was May 30th, I believe.
Okay.
Hey,
I
sorry.
like it. The
That was the day.
extremes. She got a drawing somebody did for
Here,
her
I'll let
wall.
y'all catch it one more time so he
Of
can see
Devon.
it.
Let me see. I'm gonna try to switch the camera if I can. Let's see.
Mm.
There we go.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Everybody wrote on there.
Sharonda, I believe your signature on here somewhere. I got yours, Diamonds,
It's on
Peanut.
there somewhere.
It's on,
Mhm.
trust me, everybody.
I remember us all signing that.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
say it went around everybody that was at that.
Mhm.
Like it was supposed to have been a small birthday party, but it turned into a block party.
Yeah, well, that's what we do. And that's the way he wanted it anyway.
Oh yeah, no, I made sure. Listen here, I made sure everybody was turned up, drunk, and had a marvelous time. I can honestly say on Vine Day there was no drugs or no guns that day. Period. In that in the Cliffview neighborhood, I can honestly say that. May 28th.
Wasn't nothing being sold on
Well, we
Wayside.
getting better. We getting
I was
better, but I
like,
also know that you keep it intimate like that for a reason.
I
And
try to,
so,
but it be like it grows so large every single time. Like I be trying to, I be trying to keep it close knit family, but then I feel some kind of way, and I feel bad because I have people that I know that was real close personal friends with him that feel
mm-hmm,
some kind of way when I be like, oh, just only family, and they be like, well, we is family.
mm-hmm,
And I have to respect that because at the end of the day, this is the family that he created before he died. That boy wasn't living at home; he was living by himself in his own damn house.
So
right.
this year, y'all, we gonna have for the all the loved ones we lost, not just for,
Okay.
but for all the loved ones we lost.
Mm-hmm. Well, I love you, boo. Thank you again.
You're welcome. Thank
This
you
is
for
just
having.
the beginning, man.
I'm
I
gonna
hope
say
this
thank you for
is.
having me. We definitely gonna get together on
Yeah,
Von's
we about to
house.
pay you a visit. It's time. It's time to come see you and Treese and the rest of the
You know, I'm
family.
about that. Y'all got to come down anyways. I'm about to have surgery, so
Okay, let's do it. I love y'all. Hey, man, stay tuned next week for future episodes, man. Peace.
I will. Now that I got you on there, I'm
love
at
y'all. Thank y'all. I'm gonna say.